Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with your boy Benz and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. He's going to come home with his very own training collar. You're going to be taught how to use that and put it on and take it off properly during your follow-up training session. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without dragging you down the street, and the command is Benz heel.
Benz heel.
Now at this point, Benz has a job to do, and because he is a working breed, he needs to have a job to do. So his job at this point is to stay even with Rich's left leg, not dragging him, and walking at his pace. So when Rich turns, changes direction, Benz should do the same. If Rich speeds up or slows down, then Benz should follow suit. And when Rich stops his feet, Benz has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. The next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay.
Stay.
The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command. The long sit-stay when you're practicing at home is for about 30 seconds. You're going to work all the way up to 3 minutes, and you're going to work indoors as well as outdoors. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, all the way back to where they started, and then they take off heeling again. So every time you return to the dog's shoulders during a workout, you're going to give him another command. That's what he's been taught to expect. He's doing some real nice heeling. He's got nice focus on his trainer. Great automatic sit-stay. And you just want to lengthen out his ability to hold these stay commands for longer. It helps to develop focus. When Rich, now this time Rich isn't going to return to him. He's going to demonstrate the come on command. Now we keep our tone very low with him when we're doing the come command because he will come barreling in. So you want to keep everything very controlled, teaching him self-control, maturity. And they take off heeling again. Now we're kind of doing abbreviated videos because it's so hot for the dogs to be out here. We did our warm-up in the air conditioning. And Rich is going to leave him again in a sit-stay, and we're going to demonstrate the come on command again. And I know this was a problem for you, so we have little hints to tell you how to practice your recall. But this time with him on leash, you use his name, you lighten your tone slightly, you reel him in on his leash so that he's right in front of you and that he comes in and sits. And then he goes back to heel and back sitting. He's done a great job learning these commands and having a little bit better focus and maturity than he had when he got here. Now this time, Rich is giving him the down command. It's the flat of your palm, straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. Now the reason Rich is correcting him is because he's sniffing, and that often initiates him getting up. So we want him focused, not no nose on the ground. Again, this is an exercise that you can practice indoors as well as outdoors, and lengthen out your time again, and eventually your distance. Now Rich will demonstrate that down from a heel position again. I think the downs are one of the most used commands beside heel, because when you have your dog in a long down stay, that is the ultimate in control. He gives him the down and the stay. Corrects him for sniffing. That's a distraction. And this time Rich is going to call him. You can hear Rich talking to him softly, keeping him on point, but not over the top praise, because then he gets too amped up and you lose him. Now, the very last exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is probably the most difficult that we've taught him while he's been here at school, and that is the down from a distance. With him seated, you're going to leave him in a stay. You're going to turn to face him. You're going to use your right hand to give the command. That was really good for him, because sometimes he gets confused and he wants to crawl in. And we just want him to complete the command that you've given him. So we have demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your sit stay, your down from a heel, your down from a distance, your come. These are the exercises, the beginner exercises that we're going to be having you practice with him when he goes home, and we're going to be able to show you ways to use these commands in your everyday living situations. He is a good boy. He has tried very, very hard. He's smart, and we've enjoyed having him. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.